What is up, guys? So why does anxiety get worse at night? Okay, there's a few reasons I think that this happens. I have tons of experience with night anxiety. That was pretty much the worst time of the day for me other than the morning. Morning would be horrible as well, but a lot of that was because my night was terrible. They feed off of each other. So if you're dealing with night anxiety, we have to start working on our morning anxiety as well, having a morning routine, having some structure. I have videos over that. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on that. But nighttime anxiety, guys, the reason that it gets worse is that there's fewer distractions. Think about it. During the day, you have more people to talk to. Maybe you go to work. Maybe you go to school. There's usually something good on TV that you can watch. You can do a lot more activities outside because you have light. Maybe you can get outside, go for a walk. You don't necessarily always want to do that at night, or maybe it's, winter time, so it's cold whenever the sun goes down. So you just don't want to be outside. So you're kind of cooped up in the house. And what else are we trying to do? We're trying to wind down. And that's hard to do whenever we have anxiety, whenever we are in fight or flight, whenever our adrenaline is running through our body. And if we can stay busy during the day and everything, sometimes that can lessen down. My anxiety would mellow out a tad bit. I say a tad. It got better as the years went on. But in the beginning, I would notice like maybe a 25% drop off during the day. And that was because I was busy or I had somebody to talk to. I could call people and they were actually awake. I don't urge you to just constantly call people for reassurance, by the way, but I'm just letting you know that's something that I did. I would call my mom. At 2 o'clock in the morning, these people ain't answering. Why? Because they're sleeping. We got some rain starting to come down. People are sleeping, the people that we love, the people that we care about, so it's hard for us to communicate or to get support. So we're trying to lay down, right? And we're feeling all these. I had every symptom you could imagine in the evening, just times 10 of what they would be during the rest of the day, okay? So I'm talking about the buzzing, the vibrating, my stomach's going crazy, my head feels tight, dizzy, nauseated at the same time. My chest would just really freaking tighten up. It was just hard, and like the more I would sit still, it felt like the worse it would get. So, sometimes I would get up and pace. Sometimes that helped a little bit. Sometimes it just didn't. What I needed to do at the end of the day, and what I encourage you guys to do, is just to be there with it and to envision yourself as like a limp noodle. Just completely let go of any tension that you're holding. Let go of control when it comes to the symptoms, whether it be chest pain or your heart. Let your heart beat. I remember laying there listening to my heart rate in my pillow, and it would freak me out. I could feel my heart rate or my heartbeat everywhere in my body, in my stomach, in my chest, everywhere. So I'd have the fast heart rate, it'd just be racing. And then the more that we want to fall asleep, the harder it is to fall to freaking asleep. You know what I mean? And then we develop this association with nighttime. So maybe you just had a really bad night or two, but what's on your mind the next day while you're at work? Man, I'm dragging around today, man, I hope I can get some sleep tonight. You start to build this anticipatory anxiety, and then you have another bad experience, and then another bad experience, right? So we're piling up these bad experiences. Now you view nighttime as a nightmare. So something else that has to happen if you want to get out of this cycle is you have to make it a point starting today to change your perception on anxiety. It doesn't have to go bad tonight. If you're expecting it to go bad, it's going to go bad. It doesn't have to go bad. Now that doesn't mean that it's not going to be rough, but it's a better outlook. It gets your foot in the door, gets the momentum building. And you got to carry that mindset every single day to break this cycle. If you expect tonight to suck, it's going to suck. In fact, if you've watched this far in the video, go down below in the comment section right now, and we're going to put down a great affirmation. Tonight can be better. Tonight can be better. So I would encourage you guys to write some bedtime or nighttime affirmations. Start sending some subliminal messages up there to start trying to break down this association. It's not going to go perfectly. Tonight will probably still be a little rough, right? And I encourage you to look at it like this, as far as like, what should I do in these situations? You need to have a morning routine. You need to be working on managing anxiety throughout the day. You need to cut back on caffeine. You don't need to eat your meal, right before you go to bed. Your body needs to be worried about sleep, not digestion. Not to mention, if you have heartburn and acid reflux because of your anxiety, that's going to ramp up. Eating a big meal before you lay down, it's going to make your heart rate go up, your blood pressure. Your stomach's going to be doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So make sure that your meal time is a little bit earlier. You don't want to do any crazy aggressive exercise or anything right before bed. I would encourage you guys to take a cold shower. It seems ironic, but I would do that before going to sleep. It can kind of desensitize you a little bit to these symptoms, which could help you when you're trying to relax in the evening. But as time goes on, guys, with these symptoms, instead of getting up, you know, at the beginning when things are really, really bad, if you're just trying to get out of a severe cycle and you're having like crazy insomnia, if you want to get up and go for a walk to reset your mind, if you want to get up to go take a cold shower, there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to get up to try to do something to ground you or to do breath work or to go grab a meditation, do that. But as time goes on, we want to practice sitting with those symptoms and letting go of control, letting it be. So think of it like that. Maybe more action and doing things, but eventually we want the subconscious to realize I don't have to get up. I don't have to pace. I don't have to go grab a book. I don't have to go for a walk. I don't have to do those things. I can just be here and handle what I'm feeling. And I'm telling you guys, the subconscious will start to trust you over time. Okay, so the affirmations, the morning routine, practice letting go of control, those things are going to be the things that help you with this. And you got to be patient. Stop expecting this thing to be gone in a few days or even a week. With any part of your recovery, I want you guys to start thinking in terms of months versus days or weeks. I said that yesterday. I'm going to keep saying it. It's true. It takes time to break down these associations, you know, but I know what it feels like to be laying there. I know what it feels like to every time you nod off, you jolt awake. I know what it feels like to hear these sounds that are not really there. I know what it's like to have night terrors and nightmares because of my anxiety when I finally do fall asleep. You know, I know what it feels like for my chest to tighten up and, you know, my heart rate to spike. And I'm just laying here like, what the hell's going on? I know what it feels like to feel alone. And it's dark. It's, you know what I mean? And there's not a lot of people around. Birds aren't chirping outside. There's not any light. I also think that we kind of associate, you know, fear and anxiety with darkness. So that doesn't help us at all. But know if you're going through this, you're not alone, and just to be patient and take some of the tips that I gave you throughout this video, and it will get better. I've talked to a lot of people. I've coached a lot of people regarding night anxiety, and it has gotten better as long as they've taken my advice. So take my advice, okay? And if you want more help, and if you want the routine, if you want the step-by-step process on what I did to get out of this, guys, check out my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp. I'm going to put that down below in the description and in the first pinned comment. You can go check that out, see what the curriculum is. There's some reviews on there, and I'm going to read you a review right now. Thank you again for your bootcamp. I've went through the course and still revisit and rewatch. I started the bootcamp right after Thanksgiving. Latest update, my doctor took me off my blood pressure medication, and I'm at half a dose of the other couple meds I'm on. Was on all these meds due only to anxiety and panic disorder. Recovery is obtainable. Thank you again. So be a part of that. It's going to help out with the process. And the best thing about it is it's very, very affordable. It's not like some of these crazy extreme programs out there that cost thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm not going to ever do that, guys. So be a part of that if you haven't gotten to yet. It's been changing lives. I've been reading you the reviews at the end of these videos. So there's proof to it, okay? So check that out. If you're interested in coaching calls with me, if you want to get on the phone with me, shoot me an email. That email is down below, and I will send you my information, and we'll see if we can get that going. Other resources are down there, guys. Please like this video if you got value, and subscribe if you're new. I always forget that part. That's pretty important, right? But I'm going to try to upload another video today. I'm not promising that, but I might have another video up later today, so come back and see. But I uploaded 2 videos yesterday, so go check that out if you haven't. But yeah, I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.